Hey guys, it's Holly again, and I'm here with another quarantine update. The only thing that's really changed is that the stay-at-home order was officially extended to April 30th, but that was definitely not a surprise to anyone, definitely not a surprise to me, because so many people are still not following rules. Big surprise there. Like I said in my first video, that we are going to get through this. I mean, it's certainly not what any of us want, but it's here. I feel like that's a movie quote that I recognize from somewhere. It's like from Twister or something. I don't know. But anyway. But yeah. All I've been doing really is just a lot more baking, a lot more watching Netflix. I made some chocolate crinkle cookies today, I think is what they're called. They're a camp favorite at my summer camp that I work at. They posted the recipe on Instagram, so of course I had to make it. I haven't really been watching a lot of new shows. I've been like rewatching the same things that I've been watching forever, because I just can't find anything that lives up to my old shows. I don't know how many of you kind of ever feel the same way, but do you ever feel like you finish a show that you really, really love and like just nothing compares to that? Like anytime you try to watch something new, you're like, it's not my favorite though. It's not my show. 'Cause that's how I'm feeling with Atypical. Atypical is my favorite show I've seen in a long time. And so now every time I try to watch something new on Netflix, I'm like, I mean, it's good, but it's not Atypical. So, anyone who has any recommendations for me on their favorite shows, let me know, because I definitely need to get out of my little show hangover, or whatever you want to call it. I wish I had more interesting stuff to tell you guys, but I mean, I've just been doing the same thing everyone else has been doing. I've been stuck at home. And as for my prediction on how long I think this will last, I mean, hopefully like a few months tops, but like realistically this might last through the summer or even into the fall. We really don't know. None of us know anything, and so all I can say is what I hope for, which what I hope for is like late May, early June at the earliest, at the latest, I guess. But I doubt it'll happen. I mean, anyway, that's all I really have to talk about on my end, but I am gonna be speaking to my mom, and she doesn't want to be recorded, but I'll insert an audio clip of where I talk to her and just ask her a few questions about how this has affected her, because she's a teacher here at NSU, and so she definitely, I think, could have a very interesting perspective on this. We're used to really hearing the student perspective, but it could definitely be interesting for people to hear how this has affected the faculty and staff at NSU. So stay tuned for that, and thanks for watching.
Hi, I'm Krista Jenkins. I'm Holly's mom, and I'm also an instructor of English at Northwestern. Horror movies are always my go-to. In my Intro to Lit classes this semester, we're reading Stephen King, and we were focused on The Shining and Dr. Sleep, which are both quite interesting in the context of what is going on right now. So I guess that a lot of people, if you don't know me from my classes, probably wouldn't know that I'm such a horror movie and horror novel junkie. I think the hardest thing has been trying to deal with my own emotions and my own concerns while trying to also help my students to struggle through this time. It's been a particular struggle for my face-to-face classes, helping those students who were not prepared to meet in that type of environment, and some of whom don't have the technology to really be able to keep up on an even scale with some of the other students. So that's been a particular struggle. I'm speaking for myself, but I think it probably goes for a lot of other professors as well. We're all human beings and trying to, work our way through this. So just having to be in a position where we're really having to be strong when really I think a lot of us are kind of struggling as well. So I guess I would say that's the biggest thing. I think it's forced us into really thinking about ourselves as human beings who are all vulnerable to changes within the world and changes in our environment. I think that it's forcing us to come together. It's a difficult situation of coming together, and I think that there are still some divisions out there, but I think that it's forcing us to see that we're all on an even level when it comes to something like this.